This is Dr. Fry, and yesterday we were talking about why do bad things happen to good people. And ultimately, you can have a philosophy of life that you're just at the bottom of a pile and lots of bad things have happened to you and you might as well pull the covers over your head and forget it. Or you can do the only sensible thing, in my opinion, because I'm a fighter, is take one foot after another and walk forward through the bad things and try to make them as positive and as useful to others as well as yourself as you possibly can. Grow, develop, learn. But when I had breast cancer, I brought my children into my room and they sat in bed with me and we did school in bed. Now, I never would have thought of doing that when I was feeling well, but it was a really nice, intimate time. I took them one at a time. We did reading and we did math, and it was a very wonderful time, and you never know how much time you have here. And that's the other thing, is someone who has a disease, say lupus or cancer or whatever, they have some diabetes, they have some idea of what their life's going to be like, that it's going down a track, but what about all the other people who just are involved in a traffic accident? I mean, your life could be over in a second. And if you're not appreciating it and embracing it and enjoying it, you're missing out. Now, I talked about going to a jungle, and it's true that my life has been quite an amazing jungle, and I want to tell you a story because I think it's really important. I was a new doctor, and I had just gotten married, and I wanted to have a child right away. I was 30 years old, and I wanted to have my first baby. And during the pregnancy, I became aware in my own body that my child was having trouble. Now, this awareness didn't come in the form of a bulletin board or, a radio station or a telephone call. It was just a subtle feeling inside of my body that something was wrong with the baby. I went to the doctor, and I was basically laughed out of his office. Don't let that happen to you. Doctors are going to try to tell you there's something isn't wrong with you when it is. You live in your body. You know your body. You have a right to know what's going on inside of it. So I persisted, but not as quickly as possibly I might have, but enough. And I finally gave it up to God. And I said, God, if there is anything wrong with my son, please send me that message tonight, because I need to know. Otherwise, I'll wait patiently. And I did not know I was having a boy at the time. That night, every night, as the baby moved inside my womb, I heard, he's not dead yet. And the next day, I went straight to deliver the child, and by 6 p.m. that night, he was out. And he had 3 true knots in his umbilical cord. It's a Guinness Book of World Records. And he was a week away from dying. And the doctor said, if you'd gotten him earlier, he might have been premature and had trouble breathing. And if you'd gotten him later, he probably would have been dead. So how did you know? And I said, God. And I know my body. And that's what my message is to you. Trust in God, have faith in God, and know your own body. So in conclusion, what this all meant to me was, 1, trust yourself. You live in your body. You know there's something wrong, or there's something amiss. And find a doctor who will be on your side, who will support you. I knew there was something wrong with that child. And then the second lesson is, we are not perfect. We are human beings on this planet, and we're doing the best we can, but we need all the help we can. And since there appears to be a wonderful God out there who loves us and wants to provide us with good things and help us with our struggles, I think we should embrace it. I'll see you tomorrow.